Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and once again we're going to be working in the Accordion journal, which is forest woodland themed with a few fairies thrown in. I just thought I'd start by just mentioning I did say in one of my videos that I didn't think this sari silk was going to be long enough to keep wrapping around it once it started getting full of pockets and ephemera. And one of you lovely ladies gave me a really great idea that if I were to cut it in half and then add another piece in the middle, which could go round the back, there'd be enough to wrap around and you'd never know that it wasn't a complete piece. And as it happens, I do have some more of that colour, just a little bit more, but it'll be enough to make this go a bit further. So I will be doing that. I'll probably sew it in, and hopefully it won't be too noticeable because it is the same colour. So I don't know, I think it had already been cut. I think that's why I didn't cut a long, it wasn't that I didn't cut a long enough piece, but I think this was already an odd piece, so that's why it wasn't long enough. So thank you for that. I can't remember, I'm so sorry, I can't remember who made that suggestion, but I think it's a great idea and I'm going to do it. So I'll do that a bit some other time off camera. But in the meantime, let's get started on working once again, covering these pages at the back, or the back, like the return side of the book, I suppose, is what you would call it. So I don't know if I need to do any more on there. Maybe I'll put some more trees. I was going to do some more of my little tree stencils. It's quite busy in the background. I'm not sure I need it, and I definitely don't need it on this page. Love this page. Ooh, do love that. But I do think it needs something over here. So that's where I'm going to start today. As usual, that's as far as I've got in my planning with this book. I've never planned so little as I have with this journal, I don't think. So we're going to do the usual combo, forest moss and mowed lawn. So I shall start up here. I'm just doing a light background and then I'm going to go over them again, so it kind of just gives it a little bit more contrast, I suppose. Whoop. Don't slip. Actually, did I do it with I think last time I may have done it as a combination with vintage photo rather than the mowed lawn's a bit bright, isn't it? Yeah, I think I did this and we just sort of combined the two colours, so I'm just going to put it back where it was, I think. Go over it a bit more. I'm going to go here a bit. I don't think we've got any there. And go over these a bit more. They'll show up a bit. I'm just going to bring it a little bit down onto here. And a bit of this at the top. Yeah. That's nice, it looks quite foresty now. A bit here. As well. There we go. That's better. It looks a bit more finished as a page. And I think when we're looking at ephemera, there's going to be a pocket here. I'm going to leave this as it is because I like it. I don't think that's a pocket, no. But there's a little side tuck up here and there's going to be a corner tuck here. So now, I made a start, didn't I, on the last one. It's been a while since I did this. So let's just see what we want to do with this one. And I think there's going to be a big pocket here. I might want to do just a little bit of paint work. I might like to do just a little bit of brayering on here. Oh, right across maybe. It's very brown and blank, isn't it? I think we need to do just a little bit of something or other. I'll just get my paints and we'll make a start. Right, I've got my usual selection of browns and greens and a bit of gold. I've got my little brayer and my little jelly plate. It's the very smallest one. I don't really need the bigger one, I don't think. Right, so I think I'm going to start with this quite dark green because it can be a bit too much, but it'll be kind of knocked back by the other colours over the top. We'll see how we go. I'll put that on the plate. Oh gosh, there's a lot there. What I might do, whoops. I might mix some of the lighter green with it. We'll see. I'm just going to take a couple of book pages, I think, because I think it's going to be a bit too thick. Just drop my one book on the floor. Luckily I have a second one here. I'll just tear off a couple of pages that I can use as runoff, and they could possibly be used another time. Don't know. So we'll see. Yeah, I was going to put a little bit of this in. I don't know how that will work, but we'll get a sort of multicoloured look. Thought I took a piece of wet wipe out, and can't see it. Okay, I'm going to try it. Might be a bit too much. I don't know. Oh no. Okay. A little bit on here, just to. Ooh, gosh, like that. I'm just going to go a little bit over the edge here, kind of join these together a little bit. Okay, that's pretty fierce, but it'll be knocked back when I put out some brown, I think. I hope. And I'm going to put it straight on top of the other paint. Doesn't matter if it mixes in a bit, does it? Okay. Looking a little foresty now. Yes, there's plenty of colour on there. Okay, give this a clean. Right, so my next job, I think I just need to dry this and then I'll add some lighter colour just to tone it down a bit. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this lichen green. I'm going to use my wet wipe. Try and be gentle with it and just sort of dab it about. Kind of knock back the really dark colours a bit. And over here. Okay. Yeah, well, that's a bit better. It's all a bit messy, but as you know, I'll probably cover most of it up anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much. And then we will do a bit of gold. Might use a dry kitchen towel for the gold. I'm not sure why particularly, but I just thought I might. Still seems to be plenty in there. Just good. Thick lump off that's formed around the. I lost my little rubbish bin. Oh, there it is. It's been covered up by book pages. Right. Okay. Wondering whether to wet it and then just to slacken it off and then try and splatter it a bit. Not something I'm very good at, but I do have a splatter brush. I'll just go and get it. Let's see if I can do some gold splatters. Yes, I can. Seems to have got it about the right consistency. Okay. Okay, I think I've done enough of that. Right, so I'll dry this and then we'll come back and see what papers we can add to make it come alive a little bit more. Okay, so we're all dry, I think. Everything's dry. So I'm just going to try some papers here from the kit. I haven't got a lot left, but I'm going to try and eke them out to the end. So I've got this one, and I rather like this with the tree up the side here. So I think we might do that. So I'm just going to tear it, as I usually do, into a sort of shape that will encompass all the bits I want, not too much blank background. that. And again it will go, is this a join? Oh, that goes that way, doesn't it? Make sure we don't lose that. Right, so that will go over there, like so. And then I think we'll have some of this lovely green that we used on the other page down here. Maybe that way. Just get rid of that white down the side. I don't know about this white on the edge here. See how best to use this. I can always print some more of this one. So we're going to do it so that I need to get rid of this. It's distracting. With the white edge. Whoops. It's tearing its own shape. So I could overlap it or leave some blank area for the... Yeah, I might just leave some of this showing. I might just bring it in a little bit, overlap it a bit at the bottom. I could do a bit of that. And then what? I need this a little bit more ragged so it doesn't look too straight at the top. And then we might... What might we do? What might we do? Let's see what we've got. I have got this piece up here, which could go over here. Obviously I'll tear it a bit more and thinking we could do with something behind here that looks a bit different. Bit of Florentine paper just to bring in slightly different pattern, kind of tucked behind there maybe. Something like that maybe, not sure about that bit. Let's have a look, see what else we could use. Maybe a bit of blue would be good in there if I've got any of my blue. Or, oh yes, I have got some blue, but I have got some jelly print paper that I might be able to put in there somewhere. That might be interesting, mightn't it, on some of here? Maybe on the next page I could try and use some of that. Got a bit of this blue. Tuck that in behind there. Just not quite sure how to make this all look cohesive. I might try that. I know I'm covering up almost all of my paintwork. Maybe I don't need to do quite as much. Maybe I could leave a bit more of it. Bringing that closer together. Maybe that's what I should do. Just leave those together. Put something else down here. Okay. Right, we'll go with that. I'm going to ink these papers and glue them down. And walnut stain as usual. Right, so I have glued these on. I also added a bit of book page down here. I just felt it needed a little more something because I didn't want this straight edge, so I tore it. And then I thought I needed to tuck something behind it, so I've got a bit of book page there. I've just glued them on. I haven't left any openings for pockets. Afterwards I thought perhaps I should have done, but I didn't. The light is failing fast now. This is my second video today, so I did one this morning, and then I've been shopping to the supermarket, so it started a bit late doing this video. So I think I'll leave it here for now, but I will be back to finish it in sometime in the next few days when I can get back in here again, because I've got quite a busy weekend coming up. This is Friday, and there'll be a Roxy's Weekly Challenge to squeeze in somewhere as well, so I might even do that before I end up finishing this, but you won't notice because I'm filming well ahead, so this will all be done, and you will see it. I'll see how far I can get. I mean, I've only got 3 more pages to do after this, so I reckon it's possibly another video after this one to get it finished, and then we'll start adding pockets and things. Right, so I will be back. Okay, hi, I'm back. It's a couple of days later, and I've got some time this morning to come in and see how far we can get with this journal. I've got about half an hour left, so I think I'll just crack on. I have been having a think about the rest of the journal, because I think the last bits sort of need to work together. And I remembered I have this piece which I had planned to use, so I want to incorporate that right in the last couple of pages. And I've got a few other bits that I'd like to somehow all fit together. I don't know if you can see, hang on. I'll close that up a bit and pull it across. You can see where I'm going with this. So I've got that bit, and I've got this bit, and I'm trying to work out which bits to go underneath and which bits to go on top. So I think that I'd love this piece of gorgeous Florentine paper, and I think that works really nicely in here. So maybe I'll put that there. I'll tear it a bit so that it's not too straight edged. And then I've got one final piece of the kit that I think I might somehow put down here, and I've got some of this blue which I thought would work quite well behind there. That's kind of where I'm going, so I need to just get us there now. Right, so I think what I'll do first, I'm going to get my scoreboard out. I want to score this piece so that it folds on where the book folds. So let's put these pieces aside for the moment. I want that there. No, I want it. Yeah, I want it quite near the edge. I put some marks on it, and now I think I've put them in the wrong place. So I think I might just, yeah, I think it's going to have to go there. So I'm just going to remark it. And I think I did one at the bottom as well. Let's try again. What did I do with my pencil? There it is. Okay, let's try this. So I'm going to do a score. I'm going to score it where I've marked it. See where we go from here. Where's Miss? Oh, there. Score it here. Score that way. I'm going to fold it one way and then fold it back the other way. Just make sure it's got lots of flexibility because I'm not quite sure which way round I need it. I think it's got to be this way. Let's just see. This one folds that way, doesn't it? Right. So that's that one. It's going to go there. It's going to fold like that. And then this one needs to be scored here and here. I won't be able to see it, so as long as I get it straight, I don't think it matters. And that's it, not with that, that's not going to work. Score that here. So I think that will be, no, I think we'll score like, we'll fold this way. Let's see. Okay. So if I put that on there, and a bit further over, make sure it fits into that fold there, then this will fold around like that. So I'll go like that now. I think the first thing I want to do with this, I want to cut along the top of it with these scissors, which have got the nice jaggedy edge, just to make it. Right, so I think we definitely want to make this last piece a pocket, so I'm going to do that. Do a nice deep one, I think. Okay, so that goes there, and that goes there. So this one I'm not sure whether it should be a pocket or whether to put a pocket over it. Anyway, I won't glue that. That will probably be the last thing that gets actually glued down, because other things need to go underneath first. The first thing I want to do is tear this down a bit. Try not to tear too much off, just to give it a softer edge, really. Right, so that could go about there. may need to put this blue bit on fairly soon so that this can go over the top of it. Yes, I might put that on next, so I hope you can see all of this. I'm trying to work in quite a big area because I want to get this all to work together. It's a case of how do I fit it together in the right order. So I'm going to just take that piece off. May not need the whole width of it, but we'll see. So I could put that under here. And what I would like is that this will go over the top of that, but that to go on top. No, I think this needs to join up with this here. So maybe that should go underneath there. And this to go over the top, but it's a bit. I could go on over like that so that it blends in with this. Okay, yeah. And then we want a piece of this, so I'm just going to tear around him. It doesn't need to be too big, but he might need to be some sort of pocket. Pull you back a bit this way. And we've got this guy here. It's a bit too big. Got them there. Yeah, I don't want that too far over. I want it to be kind of like that. I'm going to go over the whole thing, so that would be like that. Sorry, I'm probably going fainter and fainter while I'm trying to figure it out. I think that needs to go underneath the cardstock. Right. So that will need to go under here. So maybe I should put this piece on where I know I want it to be. I just want to tear this as well. Okay, get this out of the way. Make sure it goes under here a bit, but not too far. That's going to be in there, so just a little bit out. I want it to go as far over as possible. Yeah, that should be okay. Where's my little scraper? Right, so we've got that piece. I'm going to tear this down a bit. If it's going to go over the top, it's got to have a softer edge than that, hasn't it? Okay, that'll do. Not good at tearing in the straight line, but I don't think it needs to be too straight. Maybe a bit straighter than that, eh? Maybe a bit straighter than that. Just tear off some of these lumps. That's better. Alright, so he might need to go kind of there-ish. I don't really like that shape too much. To tear this a little bit more, just here. Okay, and a bit more around here. Right. If I was to put that there. Okay. And what I might do is I might back this onto a piece of book page to give it a bit more sturdiness, and then we can make this a nice little pocket here. Maybe not that bit. And then we can have this piece. So this needs to go on last. Right, okay. So you need to go on about there. So this will be something I'll sort out in the next video, I think. I'm aware I haven't got much time. I feel like I'm starting from the beginning, and I've got to remember I can only work for a short amount of time because I've already done half a video, haven't I? So I think what I want to do next is put this piece on here. Alright, so yeah, I've just, because this is where the cover of the book is, I just want to make sure that goes down that join. It's a slightly deeper fold there. So that bit goes on next. Now I have a feeling this should go on next, I think. Yeah, I think that might be the best thing to do. Get this piece on next. I'm going to do it a bit at a time. Yeah, I think so. So this is the pocket, so I'm going to actually glue around the pocket itself. Where is the join? There it is. Right. It's really rather good on the other side, isn't it? Look at that. Oh well, too late now. Where's my billfold gone? I'm going to make sure this goes into this crease where I actually have done it. Where I've done the scoring, so that fits on there where it should. Have I gone too low? No, I think we're okay. Okay, so that's there. And then this piece will go down the glue here and here. So I'm going to use this again, but all over this time. I'm not going to make this into a pocket itself. There might be a pocket on top of it, but right. Not sure if I scored that quite in the right place there, but oh well. Let's just make sure it's well glued before we try and fold it again. So this one's fine. Not sure about this. I think I may have to rescore that or something. Right, so what I need to do next, I think, is to put this piece on, and it may be too big, but I did want the bird to be hanging down over the top of this. I think I may just take a little bit more of this off. I like how it's going across the top. Bring it back that way. And then we'll see about putting this on. And this has got to go over here. Okay. So that needs to go there. Maybe a bit further. No, I think it goes over there, but that is another fold point, so I don't want to pocket over a fold, do I? Let's see where the fold is. It's there. Alright, I might need to bring it. Well, I'll sort that out in the next video. I'm not going to worry about that today. I just want to get the background on, and then we'll do a bit more to the to the top layer in the last, well, not the last video, but in the next one. So I'm just going to give this a good ink up. Make sure I ink over some of this slightly whiter area. Don't want that to be too white, do we? But I will probably put a bit of paint and stuff on some of this, just to bring in some of the colours a bit more. Try and bring the greens into this a bit. Or is that too straight there? I think it might be a bit straight on that edge. Might even round this a little bit. Right, so we'll pop this on here, I think. How far across do we want it to go? About there. I think it can go about there. get a clean piece. I found this nice magazine that I can use for gluing on. Quite thick pages, so I'll be able to use these over and over, I think. Right. Okay. Right, so that's all on. Now I think there's still a bit of work to be done. That's coming up at the edge there. Let's tidy that bit up. Okay. That will go somewhere like that. Oops, still needs a bit more glue. Didn't do a good job of gluing this. Right. What we haven't got, we haven't seen for some time on all of this, we haven't got any fairies, have we? There will be fairies going into pockets and things, but I feel like I want to introduce a fairy somewhere. Maybe, let's have a look at our fairies and see if we can pop one on there that can perhaps peep out from somewhere. Right, I do have her already cut out, and I'm wondering whether to somehow pop her along here, and then we can maybe have our pocket there. So the pocket will be here, and I'll make it a bit sturdier, and maybe she can just be sort of hiding behind there a bit. She's kind of floating there. That's the trouble with some of these that have got, they're clearly sitting amongst foliage. I need to put something underneath. Well, we can use some of our fabric bits, can't we? Oop. Oh, could use a bit of this as well. Maybe have a bit of this lurking about. Maybe this will be the sort of things we'll have to do in the next video, because I'm running out of time. Just wanted to maybe give her something to sit on. I don't know. Let's see. So she could be, I haven't cut that very well. Oop, not those. Got some white bits showing, although I will ink around, but it was very roughly cut. Bit better, got rid of some of the white. Okay, so A little bit of that. Have I got any other small bits? Where's it gone? I cut it and it immediately disappeared. Oh, just stuck to itself. Okay. I'm just seeing if I could pop something under her. Like that, perhaps. And then we can do something with this pocket. Well, it'll be more of a tuck spot, I think, by the time, because the fold is here, so by the time it... So, yeah, I think I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to glue some of these things down, and then we'll finish it off. We'll have to finish it off in the next video, because I'm rapidly running out of time, I think. Oops. Let's pop the bits of fabric down, because I like that. This stuff is going to work. This is my new fabric glue from Hobbycraft. I'm hoping it's going to work. It's about the second time I've used it, so I'll give it a good go, see how good it is. See if it's any easier to use than Fabri-Tac. On the smaller things, not so much on the big stuff, I don't think. I might get on better with the art glitter glue on this thinner piece of fabric. Do something like that. So I think I'll leave it there for today, just because I want to make sure. I don't want to just keep gluing and then regret because I've done it in a hurry. Make sure that's going to work there with the idea of the pocket. that may not be what I use. I may change my mind about this guy. So I want to do something a bit more around here, I think, with the fairy. She's rather sweet. I may find I've got another one I prefer, I'm not sure. So I think before I rush into doing something, that's kind of the idea of where I'm going, but I might change this area a bit. I'll leave it there, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.